My name is Matthew Optic Nadeshot Haig, and I'm from Palos Hills, Illinois. When I was growing up, what I did for fun was actually just video games. To be honest with you, I can't really remember a time where I wasn't playing video games. I was always at my grandma's or at my house with my brother playing Super Nintendo, N64, Game Boy, the Pokemon series. So I was always a gamer, but it really started for me with Halo 2 on the original Xbox. I was playing that in around 2005, 2006 time frame, and that's literally all I did. Come home from school, play Halo 2, and I'd go to bed, wake up, and do the same thing all over again. My fondest memory would probably be beating Space Invaders with my brother. Him and I were always super competitive, and I always loved when we could play games where we got to team up and just work together and try and beat the game. And we had some really big trouble with a lot of the bosses on Space Invader, but when we finally beat it, it was a really gratifying feeling. I mean, I probably have the strongest bond with my brother out of anybody that I know, but him and I always wanted to beat each other, but it was all in good fun. I think it's with any relationship with an older sibling or a younger sibling, you just have that clash of who's better than who at what, so it was a lot of fun. The game that my brother and I always fought over was probably Madden. Him and I got pretty competitive with that. We were always doing fantasy drafts and stuff like just to see who could put together the best roster and who could beat each other out. So that was probably what we were most competitive about. Other than that, when I started playing Halo 2, that's when he kind of strayed away from video games. But before that, it was definitely sports games like NBA or Madden. I started playing Call of Duty in 2007. When I first got the Xbox 360, I played Call of Duty 2, but I signed on for about 10 minutes, and I spawned in and got spawn trapped for the first 10 minutes of the game, and I never played it again. But then my friends in high school convinced me to buy Call of Duty 4. My parents actually got it for me for Christmas. I started playing public matches, who can get the most kills and search and destroy, stuff like that. And that kind of led to more competitive game modes like game battles and MLG. My favorite Call of Duty is actually Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, the original. The game was so competitive. I don't even think they meant to make it that competitive, but it just turned out to be the best competitive first-person shooter that I've ever played besides Halo 2. I love it to death, and I wish we could play it again. My favorite mode is definitely Search and Destroy. That's what I started with. That's what me and my friends from high school always competed on. I feel like that's a game mode where taking risks and taking chances really pays off for the good or for the better or worse of your team. First blood is always really important, the first kill of the round, and that's what I really like to go for. It might screw my team over a lot, but that is by far my favorite game type. Super competitive, and I think a lot of players who are good at other game modes struggle with Search and Destroy just because it keeps them out of their element and they're just not up to par with the mindset that you have to have in that game mode. I started YouTube in 2010 when I first joined Optic Gaming. I actually had a channel before that where I used my Dazzle DVC100 and I uploaded little clips from Game Battles matches. I wish I could find that channel now, but I think I deleted it when I first joined Optic. But I took YouTube serious in 2010. I saved up all my money from McDonald's, I sold my laptop, and I bought a computer so that I could learn to make videos. The fact that I did start off from the bottom, people with the new Drake song, started from the bottom, now we're here. Everyone always goofs around and says that, but to be honest with you, I don't really consider myself to be the one who really put myself to the top. I feel like the opportunities that I was given, or the opportunities that I earned, if you want to say that, really helped me to get to the spot where I was. If I would have never joined Optic Gaming, I don't know where I would be in this whole gaming scene. When I did work at McDonald's in high school and through college, like I said, Hex is probably one of my biggest mentors. He really helped me make a career out of this, and I wouldn't be here today if I never had that opportunity. So I really think a lot of it was timing and the opportunities that I got, but I'm grateful every day that I am where I am. In my opinion, what really propelled me over everybody else on the Call of Duty scene is timing, in all honesty. I got a really big break by joining Optic Gaming. I had Hex and Diesel and Nerve and Jay really kind of mentoring me on how to make videos, what I should be going for, what my videos should consist of. And that really gave me a really good grasp on how to really be a good YouTuber. But I think I was the first one to start the whole competitive Call of Duty scene on YouTube and on live streaming. I remember live streaming to Justin TV when Twitch didn't even exist. So I think a lot of it was timing. A lot of people always ask me how do I be successful, and I don't really consider myself to be really that entertainer, that unique, or that funny. I find my teammates a lot funnier than me, but I think a lot of it was timing and persistence. I was very consistent with uploading and I just put my entire life into it. That's all I really did, and I think that's really what gave me an edge. In my opinion, the way to make it on YouTube is consistency, because that's one thing that people always fault on. I see a lot of Call of Duty players on Twitter like apologizing to their followers why they haven't posted a video for 3 months, and then they wonder why they're not growing the way they think they should. It's because YouTube is a lot of hard work, and a lot of that hard work is not going to happen. It's not going to turn into something good if you're not doing it consistently, because that's really what it's all about, getting your content out on YouTube, getting your content out on Twitch TV, and trying to get people to watch it, trying to get them to stay, trying to get them to love your personality and to love what you're doing so that you guys can both enjoy it together. But consistency is the biggest thing. A lot of people don't really work hard for it, and they just expect it to happen just because they're winning Call of Duty tournaments. It's a whole nother world. It's day and night, and people don't really understand that. I am Matthew Optic Nadeshot Hague, and I am a professional Call of Duty player for Optic Gaming.